Welcome back, my name's Mark MacDonald and I am doing the book review on Slight Edge by Jeff Olson. Today I want to talk about chapter 8, around the faces of the slight edge. And one key component of this chapter I want to talk about is momentum. The importance of building up momentum towards achieving your goal. Often it's quite the hardest part actually to start. And you think, oh, I'll get onto this at some stage. But you don't. And quite often you delay, and then it becomes harder and harder for yourself mentally to even just start. But let's say you've got to start and then you're moving forward. And the key is then to keep that momentum going. It doesn't have to be big momentum. It has to, as long as it's small steps, consistently done that to keep that momentum. And eventually that momentum will grow. You think of a train. A train is on a journey. And the hardest part is actually get that first movement going. And then the second. If you ever watch a train, have a look at that. Have a look how the train just slowly goes out of the station and eventually starts to get going. But if you're middle of the tracks and you're middle of the journey, you try and stop it. You try and pull on the lever and it takes quite a bit for a train to pull down. And same with a big truck. Big trucks, once the same thing, very hard to get going. But once they're going, very hard to slow down. And that's what you want to achieve from your business. You don't want to be doing this big step, fast away like that, because that's not sustainable. The slow movement going forward, momentum. Now I want to use this in the perspective of my corporate days, when the product development process. And so people would come in, when I talk about product development, people come up with a great idea, and this is what I want to sell. Okay, so I'm going to sell it to the market, and it could be anything. Now, let's imagine that you've got a product, an idea that people want to, you think this is a great idea, and it's going to be the best thing since sliced bread. So all of a sudden you get a lot of people interested in it, and they go, right, let's get it to market as quick as possible. It's one of the worst things to do, is unless you need to go through a structured approach to achieve this. And I learned this through my Lean Six Sigma days, which is what Toyota does in their production system, which has made them the leading car manufacturing business in the world, is that you start slow to go faster later on. And what it means is actually you get everyone involved, slowly understanding exactly what does this product really need to achieve, and what learnings we take from previous products we've launched, and you make sure everyone's got a good input to start, and actually so from there you can define exactly what the product is. And when everyone's aligned, then once everyone's at that stage, execution of that is just like that, and everyone's boom boom boom, and it's out. Versus what really works. Okay, someone comes up with a great idea, and then they go, right, this is what we're going to do, and they start going down a journey and go, oh, we're going to get this out there, and rush. Then all of a sudden someone else comes in and says, well, hang on, have you thought of this? And they're about to launch. Another person says, well, have you thought about this? Well, no. Well, can you change the scope, because I'd like to bring this in. Oh, okay. And I haven't done this, so I have to go back and do that. Or when just before they launch, they're doing the testing and it fails. And instead of getting to the market first and being quick through the process, it actually takes a lot longer. Or a poor quality product gets out there, which your customers don't want to buy, so it's not successful. So if you think of the outcome you're trying to achieve, is to get a good quality product out there. Your customer, a successful one, which means your customers are willing to pay for it because they see value in it. But if you rush it through the process without actually building the momentum that you need to make it successful, you actually get a poor product out there at the end of it. So it's about going slow at the start and building up to build your momentum up slowly, because then your momentum is very hard to slow down. So hopefully that's a different spin on the book, and hopefully you found that a bit quite useful. My name again is Mark MacDonald, and I hope you found that useful, and I'll talk to you soon. Thanks very much. Bye bye.